Here outside the Passaic County Courthouse, where the second individual who's being charged with first-degree murder in the tragic killing of Genesis Rincon went before Judge Marilyn Clark today. But it was a very different case in the hearing of Jeffery Ellerbee than the previous hearings that we've seen. Genesis' father, Alexis Rincon, who has kind of captivated a city. He became a community activist.
We gotta walk out here freely, not scared. You can't kill us all. You can't kill us all.
Today, I have to tell you, he seemed a lot more tired. He seemed fatigued. He seemed a lot less like an activist and a lot more like a father who's dealing with the emotional strain of having buried his 12-year-old. He walked into the courthouse right in front of us, declined to speak to the media. During the actual hearing, he was stone-faced, almost cold, in staring directly at the defendant the entire time, didn't look away. The defendant did not make eye contact with him, but he never turned away, very clearly focused on this man. As he left, they escaped out of a back exit, and nobody really knew where they were. They didn't want to speak to the community today. So it really seems like the emotion, the activism has finally started to weigh on him. In the actual courtroom, the charge for Jeffery Ellerbee was first-degree murder, along with a handful of weapons offenses. He continues to be held on $2 million cash bail, and the judge said if, in fact, they want to have a reduction hearing, then she's going to require that any money used, they prove the source to verify that all of the money is from a legal source. During the hearing, they pointed out that much like Jhymiere Moore, this individual, Jeffery Ellerbee, apparently has no record. So even if these individuals are convicted of first-degree murder, it appears that they have not been in trouble with the law in the past. So it's a tragedy, but it also seems to be isolated behavior.
Well, but it really does show this craven disregard for human life, that if the result of your actions could be a young 12-year-old girl being killed in the street, then you need to be held responsible, be accountable for those actions. And, you know, it only takes one bullet. It only takes one bad decision. So I think they ought to throw the book at these guys.
Standing out front, people walked by, asked if this was the hearing for the people who, in quotes, killed that little girl. People expressed the same sentiment that you're expressing, Bill, that they throw the book at them. So if there is anything positive that comes out of this, it does seem like Patterson's eyes have been opened to the violence on the street.